Hi there, hello. Ahmed. Hello everybody. Is anybody interested in speaking to me about games and chess today? Would you like to join, Danny? Come in and join.
Yes. Well, how can you...
So can you join class then, please? Click join.
One second late.
Hello, Ahmed. Hi there. Hello. Can you hear me, Ahmed? Hello, Danny.
Hello.
Hello there. I'm going to look at a chess game today. So, I've got some echo now.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Ahmed. Can you play chess, Ahmed?
Yeah, I think I can, but in English, I don't know.
Aha.
How to
So,
describe.
Do you know the names of the pieces, first of all? All of the pieces have a special name in English. Do you know what the pieces are called? Ahmed, do you know? Diego, hi. Hi there, Diego. Speak to me, somebody. Frankie, are you there?
Hello, yes, I'm here.
Hi there, good. And so I'm trying to find out what people know and what their level of English is. So can you tell me whether you've played chess before?
Yes, I did. My father is quite good at chess, so I can play chess quite good, really.
Quite well, great, that's good. So you can help me then.
All right.
Daniel here, little Daniel plays chess as well. Mark Queenhoz, are you there? Who else is here today? Mustafa, I see you. So Frankie, can you tell me the names of the pieces in English?
Well, in English, so I think there's the tower.
Well, we don't call it a tower, so let's start left to right across. The tower is the rook. The rook.
A rook.
Yeah, we don't call it a castle or a tower. Castle is an action in chess. You know, castling. So we use rook for the piece. And what is the next one?
The horse.
And again, it's not a horse. It is a...
I don't know. English names. Really.
Anybody know the English name for the next one? So we've got on A1 we have a rook. On A1 we have a white rook. And on H1, yes, and we've got a white knight.
A
white knight.
All right.
Which we use a capital N for. Why do we use an N for knight? Because that kind of knight is another kind of knight. Knight, like day and night.
Yes,
why do we use N for knight, the horse? Why not K?
Not sure, really.
Well, let's have a look along. What's the next piece? The third piece on C1, what do we have?
A Bishop.
Bishop, yes, bishop. And
Alright.
carry on.
The king. The queen.
Queen first.
Queen, the king.
Yes.
Right.
And then we've got a king. So we see we have a conflict here because we have a king and a knight. So that's why
Knight.
we use the letter N for a knight in short.
All right.
So, who else is here? We've got some other people here. Markin, are you here? No? Mustafa?
Yeah, I am here.
And Mustafa, can you tell me whether you've played chess before?
No, I didn't play it before.
Not at all.
I hadn't.
So we need to look at, first of all, what's going on with chess. Chess is a game. And tell me everything you know about chess, can you?
Sorry, I didn't know anything about this game.
Do you know that there are two players?
Yeah, I know this play, but I don't know the rules of this play. I know that two castle, two kings fight with others. She's like battle. You have a plan to win the other.
Yeah, let's call it a plan. A plan. We need a plan. That's a good idea sometimes to have a plan.
Yeah.
And we take turns. We take turns. What does that mean? We take turns.
Ten to play. You will play. You will take play first. Then, when after you move your, for example, knights or horse, the other players do another moving like you.
Okay, now I would like to see what we know. So we're going to speak about the game as we play it. I think we'll have a quick game here. Frankie is going to tell me his move. He's going to be white, and all of us, all the rest of us, will be black. Okay? So, Frankie, if you are white and it's your move, what move would you play, and how will you tell me the move?
Well, so I will do like
So you can tell me first of all which piece you're going to move.
the piece behind the oh gosh, the pawn.
Pawn. Okay,
Pawn.
good. So we've got pawn. So we tell the piece that we're going to move, and pawn is P-A-W-N. Pawn.
Pawn.
So you're going to move a pawn. Now tell me which square.
H2.
Pawn on. The pawn is already on H2, so you have to tell me which square to move it to.
All right, to H4.
So you're going to move pawn to H4.
Yes.
Okay, everybody else now. We're all against Frankie here, so we need to discuss what we are going to do about that. I think the middle of the board is more important than the edge. And I think that Frankie has started a flank attack. Flank. On the edge. So I think we should play somewhere else. Has anybody got an idea? Danny, do you have an idea?
E4.
But we're black. We are black.
Then E5.
E5? So let's see what that means. Danny's saying e5. Does everybody know what he means? Okay, so who's on? Ahmed, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
So I'm going to. Danny has suggested we play a pawn move to e5. So, do you understand what that pawn move is? Which piece? Which piece is that pawn in front of? When we play pawn to e5, which piece is that?
It is yeah. The piece is on e7.
Yes, it is. It's on e7, and it's in front of the black what?
Black. What you said before?
In front of the king. In front of the black king.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's back to Frankie. Frankie, have you got your next move ready?
I think I'd move the pawn to g4.
Pawn to g4.
Yes.
He's really going up the flank here, the edge of the board. So, okay then, Ahmed, what do you think about this? Any idea? Do you understand the moves here? Do you know the moves in chess?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think somebody told me that it's good to get the bits out. Don't you agree? Get the pieces out, ready to fight, and they are sleeping. All of them are on the back rank. So rank is the line of pieces. We have ranks horizontally, and we have files vertically. So we've got 2 ranks of pieces sleeping. Would you like to bring one of those pieces out?
Okay. But the problem with me because I don't know the name of pieces.
Okay, we've got a rook, knight, bishop, queen, king, bishop, knight, rook. The front rank of pawns. So we've already moved a pawn. Maybe we can move a piece. What do you think?
You call it the third piece. I mean that piece on f8. What do you call it?
That's a bishop.
Yeah, you can move that.
Where to though? We can move it to different places, can't we? We can move it to e7, d6, c5, b4. Maybe a3 is not good.
Yeah, a3 is not good. Okay. You have placed it there. We can see. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's say c5.
That looks very good. I think that looks very natural and good. So it's back over to Frankie.
Well, I'll move the rook to h3.
Rook to h3. He goes right. Now my team. We've got Ahmed. I want you to suggest a move as well. Diego, you're on our side too. Are you ready for a move? Anybody else on my team here? Maybe Markin too. Hello, Ali. So Ahmed, you again. What would you think?
Okay. What do you call that piece on g8?
The piece on g8 is called a knight.
Knight. Okay. You can move that knight.
We can move it to 3 places. Which place is good?
Okay. Let me see. f6.
That looks very natural, doesn't it? Although we're going to start a fight there, aren't we? Because we're doing battle on the same flank, on the same side. But let's see how it works out. So we've played knight f6, and we are attacking a pawn. I see. Can you see that, Ahmed? We're attacking the pawn on g4.
Yeah, you are right. Yes.
Good. So it looks like we're doing well. Frankie, what's your next move?
Well, I'll move the pawn to f3.
Pawn to f3.
Yes.
You've moved a lot of pawns.
Yes.
Okay. Ali, are you going to help us?
Yes, hi everyone.
Hi there. We are playing the black pieces, Ali. If you know chess. Do you know chess at all?
If you can give me, yes, I play chess. If you can give me a review, quick review about this.
Okay, Frankie plays chess. He is playing the white pieces, and all of us are playing together as black.
Yes.
So you're helping black. Now it is black to play, our move. So we're looking for a good idea from you. Do you have any idea with the black pieces now to move?
Okay, wait now. I can call the horse and the elephant.
Call it a knight. Call the knight a horse, and call the castles in the corner. Call them rooks. Rook, knight, bishop, queen, king.
Call the horse in G1 from the elephant C5.
We can take it. Yes, we will capture it. Capture or take. Capture or take. So take the knight. Yes, that's a very good idea.
Okay.
So let's do that. Frankie, you're in trouble.
Oh no.
So what are you going to do about that?
Well, I'm going to move the pawn to e3.
Pawn to b3. Ah, yes.
E3.
Oh, I've made the wrong move. Let me see if I can go back one. Yes. Pawn to e3.
Yes.
Luckily, we can go back. Pawn to e3.
Yes.
So, yes, our bishop is going to be maybe trapped and won't get out again. Maybe. So, Ali, have you got any more suggestions? Anybody for the black player?
Okay.
Ahmed, anybody?
Yeah.
You know, we can do
If you can,
lots of things.
If you can change the queen place.
We can castle. Is that what you mean? Where the king moves 2 squares over to the side. That's a good idea. Let's try it. King moves 2, and the castle jumps over like that. So it's Frankie to move.
Well, I'll move the rook to g3.
Rook to g3. I
Yes.
see what he's up to. I see what he is up to. I see what he is up to. He's up to no good, everybody. Can you see what he's trying to do next? So what shall we do?
We should move that
Bishop?
that on G1.
Yeah, the bishop.
Yeah, the bishop. We need to move it to H2.
That's a good move. He can't catch us now.
Yeah.
Frankie, we got away from you.
Well, let me think. I will move the rook to g2.
Hey! He's chasing us. But this time we can't escape, can we?
Yes,
We
this
can.
can escape.
Ah, I see a good idea, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm going to do something. I haven't had a move for a long time. I'm going to try something here
Okay.
and let you think about it afterwards. This is my idea. Wow. Is it any good?
No,
No.
this is a bad idea.
No, it is not. It is not good.
Let's see how it works.
It's not for the bishop.
But he can't take the bishop, because if he takes the bishop, then I can take him back.
But he can take the knight, the black.
Oh, he can, but
That's
I've got
right.
something lined up for that too.
Yeah, that's the problem.
My queen's coming in. My queen's coming.
Yes. Okay.
So what are you going to do, Frankie?
Well, I'll take your knight.
What with?
The G4 with a pawn.
With a pawn, okay.
Called lords.
What should we do, black players?
This is bad idea. Now.
Can move the queen.
The queen. What should we do with the queen?
Take the
Take the pawn, Danny says.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Frankie,
Good.
Well,
Yes, good
So-
idea.
let's call check. I'm going to say the word
It
check.
is-
Yes.
Check.
Check as well. Yes, you are right. Yes.
I have to move the king to E2.
You don't actually have to. There is another move. There are two other moves
Yeah.
actually. You can put the rook on F2 or G3.
Yes, but
One of
I-
those is really silly.
yes, I move the king to E2.
You're running for it. He's running for it, everybody. So if his king is in the middle there, running around with no protection, we should start a big fight in the middle, I think.
We should get the bishop out.
We should try to blast the middle. What's a good move, anybody?
Move the soldier.
Yeah, the soldier is called a pawn. I think so, Ali. I think we do this.
D5.
Yes, good.
Yeah, Danny, yes, that's
Okay.
right. Good one. Frankie's really in trouble now because look at the next move we've got. Bishop
Yes.
takes G4 and he loses a rook or a queen even.
Yes.
It could be game over. Frankie,
Oh.
you're in trouble. You're back to the wall here.
Well, I'll take. It's my turn.
Yes, it is.
Right, I'll take the bishop in H2.
He's desperate to get some of these pieces away. Hey, do we have to take that? Do we have to take that back straight away? I'm not sure we do. Maybe we should. But
G.
why don't? What about taking on G4? Is that even better?
Move the 11 from the C1 to G4.
C8 it is.
This is like-
That looks even better.
Yes, C8. Yes, good.
Hey, this is a massacre
No.
because it's check.
This is a check.
Yes.
I think there's only one move.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, no. Well, I have to move the king to E1.
You're not allowed to do that
Why?
because my
Oh,
queen
right.
is on H4.
Oh, gosh. What can I do?
Say your prayers.
Well, I can move the king to D3.
He's going all the way into the middle of the battle with his king.
We now. Oh.
Watch out, because if we take his queen, he takes ours. I think we should
Yes.
keep the ladies in the game for now, because his
No,
king
no.
will be very
Move
insecure.
the queen. Move the queen to call the H2 from H4 to H2. I think this is good.
If we take the rook, he takes our bishop then, doesn't he?
But rook's more than a bishop.
Yes, but we could even play a check with the bishop first on
Yeah.
F5 and
Yeah.
then take his rook for nothing. Or we could play E4 check. Hey, what about this? What about playing the pawn to E4 with check? Have a look at that for me.
Yeah, I
What do you
think. Yeah.
think, Ali?
He-
Pawn E4 check, what does he do there?
What?
If I play pawn from E5 to E4 check, what happens?
E5 to E. No, no, I want to move the queen from h4 to h2.
Yeah, but then he takes our bishop on g4 with a queen. But I'm planning, if I play e4 check, he's going to put his king on a black square, and then I will play queen f6 check, followed by taking his queen for nothing. I'm greedy. I'm going to say good night, Frankie.
Well, I'll move the queen, the king to, well, all right, to d4.
d4?
Yes.
No,
So what's the next part of my plan, folks? What's the next move in our plan? We move our queen safely.
Yes, from h4 to
move the
queen to
move the queen to f6.
To f6 check.
To f6 check to.
We might not even need to take his. We might not even need to take his queen. His king is going to be on the table for us soon.
Now check, and after this we can call the queen.
We might even have a checkmate. What's your move, Frankie?
I take the bishop in g4.
But you're in check, unfortunately. There's no time for that.
Oh, sorry.
No time for such luxuries.
Well, so I'll take the pawn in d5.
Yes, I think you have to. Do you like your king's position?
Well, no.
Oh. Now
actually,
there is the queen.
I think we should just go for a checkmate here.
D1.
But look, I think we can checkmate him soon enough. We don't need to be too greedy here. Let's just finish this game off.
Okay, we can move our queen to d6.
Queen to d6. That might even pick up the rook as well later.
Queen e6.
Queen d6 looks very good. I like that move. Queen d6 or queen e6, but d6 was first. So now
e6, yes, good. Checkmate.
It's not checkmate yet because you can move your king in two directions.
Well,
Frankie, where are you going?
I take the pawn in e4.
Now, is there a checkmate, everybody? I like the bishop on g4 because notice the bishop on g4 is working with the queen to stop his king from running away. We just need one line straight down the board to his king and it should be checkmate. Who can see the move?
Rook e8.
Move that soldier.
Yes.
What about rook e8?
Yes, that, yeah.
Move that.
Rook e8, checkmate.
Checkmate, yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a thrashing that was.
Anyway.
What a massacre.
What can I do?
I tell you where you went wrong.
Alright.
In chess, you should control the center. You started a very early flank attack on the edge. And also, those pawns that you moved, look at the black king now. Look at the black king. He has those three pawns unmoved, like protectors. They're guards.
Yes.
So you sent all your guards away, and then your king was chased.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think then we should all pick on Ahmed this time, and Ahmed should be the person who plays alone now. So we're going back to the start. So Ahmed, you can have the white pieces. Your move.
Okay then. I started d2. I move that pawn to d4.
Right. So Frankie, any ideas?
Well, we can move the pawn to h6.
You're doing it again. You're moving pawns on the edge, so I don't want that because I saw what happened. Now, the centre is very important in chess. So his next move, if he has two moves, his second move would be to move the other pawn into the centre. I think we should play a move which stops him from doing that.
B7 to B6. Soldier.
Well, that's not too bad because at least it prepares to look along the centre. But I think even better, we should stop him from playing. We can play D5, yes, or we can play knight to F6. That's my favourite because it stops him from playing E2 to E4. So I'll play this move and see what you want to play next. But now it's Ahmed.
Yeah, okay. I will move my white knight from G1 to F3.
Okay, so I won't help in this move. It's over to you, Ali, Danny, Frankie, everybody else.
Well, not sure.
Move the soldier. More from the soldier.
Yes, we need to move something. A pawn, do you mean a pawn? The soldiers are called pawns.
G7 to G6.
That is a good move, yes. Lots of top players play that way. You can either move E7 to E6 or G7 to G6. This is sometimes called an Indian defense to do this. So we've got this idea. Good. And it's over to Ahmed again.
Okay.
I think this time nobody's going to get so quickly massacred. But you never know. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen, you're right.
Yes.
I'll tell you one secret to this position, which you might like to know, Ahmed, that the C pawn is very useful. Because if you play your C pawn to C4, it helps control the centre. Because then he can not very easily play D5 with his pawn. That's an idea, but there's lots of other ideas. You can move other pieces. You could play anything really. It's up to you. But
okay, let's move that pawn from C2 to.
Often the grandmasters say that in these queen's pawn openings, then it's a good idea to do that. It helps, and then the knight comes behind it later. That works very well. So it's black to play.
Okay.
We've made a space for a bishop. Where should we put it? Should we put the bishop in there straight away, Ali?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, straight in. Bishop to G7 and back to Ahmed.
Okay. I would like to move that white bishop from C1 to to G5.
Okay, that looks a bit early, but that's fine. What do you think about that, Ali or Danny?
Back the horse.
Move the horse back. I don't want to retreat. Retreating is always a bit negative, and if you're on the defence, you're going to lose. I think so. I'm not going to move the knight back to G8. That's too cowardly.
Or
what about forward to E4 even, or even just ignore it? There's no problem.
Or not move the horse. Move the horse from the F6 to E4.
Okay, that's good because his bishop is probably a good piece for us to exchange. Exchange or swap. Maybe. I think I would take that bishop. So, Ahmed, your turn.
Yeah, okay.
We don't win a piece if we take that bishop, but we do well. Bishops are sometimes a little bit stronger than knights, even though they only cover half of the board because, look, our bishop can never change the square colour. It moves. What lines do bishops move along, everybody? Bishops move along which kind of line?
Vertically.
Diagonally.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, diagonal. Sorry.
And rooks move horizontally and vertically.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So the question is, Ahmed, do you want to keep that bishop, preserve the bishop? Do you think it's worth keeping? You could move it if you like. I'll tell you another trick I've seen some top players play is h4. It's a bit risky because you're moving up your defenders. Like I remember in the last game, Frankie did those kind of moves. Yeah, so it is a bit risky to move on the edge. But so what do you think, Ahmed? Do you think you should just carry on?
I would like to move that pawn from G2 to G4.
G4 or G3? G4.
Sorry, G3.
G3. Yes,
Yeah.
that looks a bit more logical because it's a stronger formation when you do that, I think. So, guys, what do? Do we take the bishop or do we just leave it dangling there? Do you know this word, dangling? If something is dangling, it's just hovering, waiting for us. Shall we take it or not?
The queen could take our bishop. So
The knight can take the bishop if we want to.
yes.
It looks quite good.
Yes, maybe.
I see an idea because afterwards, I suppose, Ahmed, you're going to recapture, are you?
Yeah.
You have to, don't you? Otherwise, you're just down.
Yeah. That means
Now, what do you think, guys? What about moving our e-pawn? Because then our queen is ready to take his knight. So, in effect, we have a free move with the e-pawn. I think we can do something with our e-pawn in front of the king.
Yes, we should.
1 or 2? Shall we go for it? 2 squares?
Let's go for it.
Because he can't take the e-pawn. His knight's attacked.
Yes.
This is a good tactic. It's a kind of double attack. He has. I think he only has one answer to that. Because his pawn on d4 is attacked, his knight on g5 is attacked. He has to consolidate.
okay then. Now
What is that move? There is a consolidating move for you, Ahmed.
I will take that black pawn.
I don't think you do.
From D.
Warning! Look out! Look at your knight on g5.
Yeah.
The
G5,
queen
yes.
on d8 can just take it for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, got you.
So maybe it's time for you to retreat. What about retreating the knight to f3? Is that good?
Quite wise.
It's probably prudent. I mean,
Okay,
you
then.
could, sometimes in chess you can lose games by just trying to be too optimistic about your chances. And here, black's doing quite well, I think.
Yes.
So maybe you should retreat. But it's up to you. Do you go with me, Ahmed, or not?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a wise move. So now, black players, we've got to think about what to do next. Actually, now he is threatening to take that pawn.
Well, I think we should move the queen to, let's say, e7.
I don't really like it, though. I'll tell you why. He can take on e5 with his pawn, and later he can move the other knight out, c3, d5, attacking our queen. I think we've got better things to do with our time, actually. Any other ideas, anybody?
We should take it.
We should take it, Danny says. We should take on d4. I agree, because bishops like open positions, knights like blocked positions. So Danny is right, I think. This is the move. And Ahmed, you can recapture if you like. I think if you don't recapture, then you're in a bad way.
Let me see.
You don't have to recapture. There's lots of things you can do now. You can resign when you give up. Yes, if you give up in chess, Diego, you say resign. Retreat is not the same. No, retreat is just move backwards. Give up means the whole game is I resign. You win. So nobody's giving up this one. The last game was very brilliant, I think. This one is only just starting. We've got 10 minutes, so I think I'm going to have to press you, Ahmed. Are you going to capture or not?
Not. I'm not going to capture.
So you're going to continue with your bishop g2?
Yeah, I will move
like
around.
that?
Yeah, for example.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, black players, what should we do now?
I think we need to move some soldiers to...
You mean pawns, the little foot soldiers? I think we need to develop some pieces because all of the pieces, nearly all of them, are on the back rank.
Yes.
We can castle. We can make it so that the pawn on d4 is completely defended. Can you see a good move? Bringing out a piece and knight c6. I like it, Danny. Yes, I like it. Look, we're bringing a piece out into the fight and also looking after d4.
Yes.
Very logical, I think. So,
Yes.
Ahmed, what are you going to do? Castle or what? Or you see, he can't even develop his knight to c3. The pawn on d4 is like a thorn in his side. So black is better now. Maybe you can maneuver the knight to d2 to b3 to attack that pawn and finally win it back. But black is very comfortable. Ahmed, you're going to have to play quickly, so think of a move and choose a move.
Okay. I don't know.
You know, you can castle. Let me castle for you.
Okay.
Get your king safely out of the way, then you can start trying to mount an attack on that d4 pawn. Black players, what do we do? We haven't castled either.
So,
Move the queen.
Shall we castle or move the queen? I don't know where we're going to move the queen to and why.
To e7.
E7? Well, we can. Yeah, it makes a bit of sense, doesn't it?
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that then. I think, Ahmed, your only plan is to try to do something about that pawn on d4 because it's really stymieing your whole game. It's really like a thorn in your side. So two of your pieces are looking at it. You need to maneuver a little bit. Maybe the knight needs to come round to attack it.
What do you think, Leon?
I'm thinking about knight b1 to d2. Maybe then you can move it again and take the pawn.
Yeah, with you.
It takes a long time, but let's see. Black is doing quite well here.
Okay.
So we could castle or we could play something else. What do you think, guys?
well, could
This game looks too much like a Grandmaster game. The last game was more fun.
fly. Maybe. Let's move the pawn in a 6 or a 5.
Move the edge pawns up. Well, maybe we can. All right then. I don't. D6 looks much more logical. I'm going with Danny's D6 because look, it completes our develop. We're trying to get all of our army ready for fighting, and to do that in chess, we want the bishops off the back line, off the back rank, and then castle, and the 2 rooks are connected in the centre. That's very strong. So D6 is better in the centre. In the centre, always in the centre, nearly always. I think this is going to be a draw though because nothing seems to be happening too much. Black is a bit better. Ahmed, are you going to try and capture that pawn on d4? If you are, then you need your other knight to help.
No, I don't want to capture that one.
Okay, so what else can you do? Maybe there is a tricky idea that I can see. If you had your rook on e1 facing my queen, but there's a pawn in the way. There's a pawn on e2, so that doesn't work. Do you have another plan? It all looks very solid.
Yeah, you're right.
I think this game, the second game, is a much higher standard of chess than the first. In the first, we had a very quick win.
Yeah.
Shall we call it a draw? What do you think?
What did you draw me?
Well, I mean, at any time. Well, because we've only got. Actually, the truth is that the black position is much better.
Yes.
The black position is much better here. He has an extra pawn, 2 nice bishops looking on long lines, more space. But is it enough to win? Maybe.
No, not enough to
Maybe
win.
it's not enough to win because we can play this, for example, and now you're ready to recapture the pawn.
No, if I capture the pawn, that means I will lose my...
No, because look, you've got 2
knight.
knights and a queen looking at the pawn now. 2 knights and a queen, so you get the pawn back, and then it's about level.
Okay, why not?
That's a good plan, I think.
Okay, no problem. Okay,
So we will just continue like this, and now you can capture, and I think you're not too bad.
Not too bad, alright.
No, not too bad at all. It's about level now.
Yeah.
You know, very often when a pawn crosses the halfway line and it's all alone, we can round it up. We can gang up on it and take it. So that worked. Now black to play. Now black, well, what can black do? I think he doesn't want to allow the exchange on c6. So maybe we should exchange ourselves.
Maybe.
Because if white exchanges on c6, then we have some weaknesses. So I'm going to do it this way. And now black to play here. And the game is roughly level, isn't it? Roughly level.
Yes, it is.
What was the move for black now? I'm not sure what we should do now. It's all very interesting.
Bishop, maybe.
Well, we can't move the bishop yet because look, your bishop on g2 could, well, could capture on b7. I don't like that. So maybe we should play a5. Maybe we should play c6. This pawn move is quite solid because it cuts out your bishop on g2. So now everything is safe and sound, and here would be a good time to say this is a drawn game.
Okay.
It's not really a drawn game. If we
Yeah,
had
yeah.
time, if we had a lot of time, this would be only the beginning. And
Yes.
the game would go on, and it's a hard game and a hard fight. Very good game. But because we're running out of time now, we have to decide on what we'll do. And I think nobody is really very much better here. I prefer black.
Yeah.
Because the bishops
Too.
are a bit strong, two very good bishops. And the knight is maybe not as strong as the bishop, but who knows? I think it's roughly level, don't you?
You can say, but yeah, you can see the number of pieces, black pieces, is more.
Yeah,
And,
it's very level.
yeah.
And both sides are safe with their kings, no trouble anywhere. But there would be a lot to play for, and it's still not easy. So probably, if we play this on, somebody would win, and lots of things would happen. It's just the beginning. Shall we do another chess club sometime?
Yes, we should. It's really
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, well, we'll have another go
What do you think,
sometime.
Simon?
I want to show you a very famous
Yeah.
chess game as well, and some other things, but we can play more too. Hello, who's just come into the class? Beer? Do you play chess at all? Anyway, we have to stop there. No more time. Samuel's here too. Well, thanks a lot, guys. We'll play some more another time.
Okay.
See you later.
See you.
Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.